Huh? Uh-oh. Hey! I love Eevee. So much so that if I manage to make at least one video each year, you can bet it's an Eevee Day video. And this year, I'm presenting an evolution for each of the types we don't have one for yet. I'm sure Eevee's reputation precedes it. True mascot of the series, largest branch evolution, and overall best starter. You get it. It's that branching evolution that makes it so fun to come up with designs for, and fun to see what artists decide to be defining for each given type. I think I made some interesting designs myself. Now look, nobody's truly original. Sometimes you see a design so long ago that you forget it existed, and end up recreating it thinking it's new. We are not immune to our own subconscious soaking up ideas like sponges. All of this to say, if any of these designs seem too similar to anyone else's, it was unintentional. And I really didn't want to bother looking up designs and avoiding what they used to be 100% unique, because then this would have never got done. Instead, my twist to this project was also coming up with new or unique evolution methods to go along with my Evos. That was another gimmick with the evolutions on release, showing off new methods. The Kanto Trio were stones, Johto was friendship and the day and night cycle, Sinnoh was locational, and Sylveon was for the new fairy typing and affection mechanic through Pokemon Ami. You have no idea how long it took me to realize it was meant to be said in French. Because these methods ended up overlapping at times, the games were coded to give certain conditions more priority. Nowadays, the locationals have been replaced with stones and affection with friendship, but my point still stands. Using these priorities, I'm going to start at the top working down while introducing my designs. Let's get to it, shall we? Lodion, the magnetic Pokemon. It has a tougher hide and stockier body, being more defensive than the other evolutions. Stony protrusions along its back and neck allow it to manipulate rocks from a distance with magnetism. Its tail is entirely made of rock segments that it can freely launch as projectiles, making its attacks unpredictable. It evolves from Eevee when leveling up within a magnetic zone, which, yes, isn't actually original, but I just wanted to fill out the Sinnoh locational evolutions real quick. The rest are unique, I promise. Latamion, the mud dog Pokemon. Stout legs allow this Pokemon to chase smaller prey into their own burrows. Its paws and neck are covered in layers of smooth mud and soil, allowing it to slide through the ground while digging. It has a great sense of space and will always dig to the right spot from any distance. Latum evolves under very specific conditions that play into its whole theme. Eevee must perform the move Dig, while specifically holding the soft sand item to trigger this evolution. This is different from simply knowing a move or having a certain item on level up. It has to be this combination. And right after the battle, regardless of if you leveled up, you get Latumion. Galvion, the guardian Pokemon. Renowned for their loyalty, they will stop at nothing to keep their trainer safe. The bonds this Pokemon makes are treasured for life, even to those deemed its rival. It keeps its plating lustrous to intimidate predators and as a sign of respect for its trainer. Like Latum, Galvion evolves from a move-item combo. Or item move? I'll workshop the name. The combo here would be Iron Defense and Steel Coat, because it's covered in steel plating now. But Iron Defense isn't a move Eevee can normally learn, not even through TMs. Perhaps my next evolution methods will explain. Brawleon, the aggressive Pokemon. This Pokemon is constantly provoking others into fighting it, and gets frustrated when they won't. It learns from watching other fighting types, but lacks the build to perform the same techniques. Instead, it improvises, relying on its naturally powerful tail and legs. Brawleon evolves through something I'm calling co-training, a mechanic where you can have two of your Pokemon battle each other as training without the risk of either fainting or you blacking out. Along with the extra XP and Eevee training, no not that one, your Pokemon will be able to teach each other moves they normally wouldn't learn. Some restrictions apply of course, but I think it'd be a very fun way to train up your team besides doing random encounters over and over. Nimbion, the airy Pokemon. The cloud-like mane around its neck allows it to float as if lighter than air. Due to this, its coat and body are a bit rounder since they don't often touch the ground. It propels itself using its wing-like ears and tail feathers, preventing itself from being blown away. Like Brawl, Nimbion can be achieved through co-training with a flying type. But how does a little fox, dog, cat, ferret, bunny thing learn to fly? Same way baby birds do. A lot of falling first. Drakion, the overflowing Pokemon. From its mane to its tail erupts a draconic energy that his body is unable to fully contain. It projects energy wings on his back, but can't sustain flight for very long with them. During battle, its energy intensifies, but will quickly burn out and subside if used too much. For this evolution, Eevee must survive 3 Dragon-type moves before their next level up. Being KO'd or leveling early will reset this counter. I got the idea from how Galarian Mask evolves, and wove the idea into the design. 3 is probably a fair number, yeah? You can switch out or heal, yeah, it's probably fine. All of these so far have been above Sylveon in priority, because I think it takes a lot more attention to get them comparatively. Friendship is a given usually, so is learning a Fairy-type move in general. You can co-train and still get these evolutions unless you're specifically going for Brawl or Nimb, or using the given item move combos. Everything below Espeon and Umbreon can be achieved more accidentally early on with your Eevee, but would be annoying to have trigger later. Swarmion, the drone Pokemon. It buzzes around the forest as if following some unknown orders, spreading pollen like other bug types. It's been known to work with Vespiquen in the wild, but will abandon the hive at its own whim. Its fuzz is extremely soft and relaxed, but becomes prickly when in danger. Swarmion here evolves from an Eevee that levels up while afflicted with the bug-type status move Infestation, only if no other higher priority conditions are met. Technically it's just another damage over time move that doesn't even do bug-type damage, so I'd actually change it to be its own status effect to make this evolution condition make more sense. Just get the status, leave a battle, and pop a rare candy for an instant bug-type Eevee. Noxion, the plague Pokemon. It consumes toxins in its environment and stores them in its neck sac for use in battle. They're considered pests that spread disease, but are actually quite solitary and avoidant of others. It drools out a poisonous slime to mark its territory and deter predators from approaching. Like Swarm, Noxion evolves from a status condition. I wonder which poison. It's poison, obviously. Get your Eevee poisoned and level it up, and you get this rat fella that just wants to eat garbage. Irion, the phantom Pokemon. Many falsely believe this Pokemon to be the manifested spirit of an Eevee that passed. In actuality, only those that survive multiple life-threatening injuries take on this form. It is largely avoidant of tougher Pokemon, using the illusionary skull on its head to scare away threats. As hinted, this evolution is achieved when an Eevee is KO'd multiple times. I initially wanted it to be leveling up while KO'd, but that felt a bit morbid. And also you can't get XP while KO'd. So instead, you get this evolution if Eevee has been KO'd at least 5 times before their next level up, the count resetting if not met. Being almost the lowest priority, it would have to be an inexperienced Eevee, which tells its own sad tale, but I digress. We have one left, and I saved my fave for last. Fawnion, the stable Pokemon. This Pokemon's DNA is miraculously stable, allowing it to resist all manners of influence. It is the result of a sheltered training, devoid of environmental pressures. This Pokemon doesn't show emotions, appearing calm and collected no matter the stimuli. This one is probably the hardest condition to meet out of maybe any Pokemon. To get Fawnion, you need to hatch an Eevee and have them reach level 35 without ever meeting the conditions for another evolution. No friendship, no more than 4 KOs a level, nothing. If at any point it attempts to evolve into anything else, that Eevee is locked out of becoming Fawnion and you need to start over. It needs to avoid all stimuli that might provoke its unstable DNA until it has time to fully settle. Only then will Eevee achieve its most normal-ish evolution. Overall, I really love these designs. Some a little more than others, but they were all fun to come up with. I tried to deviate from the traditional body type in places to give each of them more personality, but I always kept to the main features that tie it back to Eevee, like the long ears and the main collar feature. Hopefully you can see the love I put into each of them. Let me know which of these new evolutions you would want on your team. Also, what do you think of the new methods and mechanics? I really had fun thinking those up, especially co-training. I plan to flesh them out more in my Pokemon Reimagined fan game concept. Yes, I'm still going to work on that. The gaps in my uploads are not reflective of me abandoning it whatsoever. Game Freak may be fumbling the most profitable franchise in the world, but I certainly won't stop putting hope into what could be. Who knows, maybe somebody will notice and things might change. Just make sure you cut me a little check when you use my ideas, okay, G-Freak? Jokes aside, I hope you had a pleasant time. Maybe I'll see you again soon, before next Eevee Day, with more Pokemon ideas, or complaining about Overwatch, or even a secret new third thing that just recently had a pilot. Until then, see ya.